Hey guys, hope you're doing well and good. Alright, in today's content, we are going to be talking about collaboration checklist, or you can say partnership checklist. Well, there are a lot of points, the checklist that you will have. It you can get a lot of checklists from Google or any other websites for free, but this is also free at the same time. But in my experience, this is something that I want to share with you in this content. So the reason why I want to share with you is because if you are managing a business, or if you're managing a project, a task, a missions, or you have some sort of assignments and objective, then sometime you want to kind of bring it down. What is the best way that you can monitor the things that you want to do, so it could be more effective and more productive, right? So for that reason, I have also come up with 10 points. This is not only for a business, but we are going to be focusing toward the business. So let's say if you have already started a business, or if you are trying to start a new business, this is something that you want to have in your checklist. You can add on other things if you have your own, or if you have got it from somewhere else. It's good. It's better always to have a long list of a checklist to make sure that you have things that you do not overlook at the end. You just want to, not perfect necessarily, but you just want to avoid things that are overlooked and it could impact your business. So for that reason, we have come up with this checklist. So let's say you have a business model, or you already have a business that you are operating right now, or you have a management skill sets that has been assigned to you, or you become someone else who's taking care of the assignments. Then this is something that you want to check it. But as we have mentioned earlier, this is not going to be towards the employee or staffing management, but of course this is toward expanding your business, right? It could be a brand, product, or anything that you want to collaborate with. So my checklist is 10 in this one. So the first one is, why do we need the partner? All right, so this is actually kind of a very long and elaborate, but then I would like you to be specific on when you think about why do you need this partner, right? You got to be very focused on the purpose that you want to include in every key points. That why would you need this partner, right? Is that something that would help you on to achieve your mission or your objective a little bit faster. So when we have to focus on the purpose of this partner, you want to be very, very specific and make sure that the purpose is aligned toward the service or the product that you want to partner with, right? So sometimes we want to partner with a lot of people. So for example, if you want to partner with someone else in terms of a food, let's say a vegan, right? But then if your restaurant, or if you are somebody who is towards vegetarian food, then it probably may not go align with it. So if you have a food which is totally 100% vegan, then you might want to collaborate with somebody who is totally 100% vegan at the same time, so that they can be very specific toward bringing the kind of resourceful assets for you, right? So that is what you want to be very specific toward when you are picking or trying to collaborate with someone else, right? So the second thing is, how can partner help grow your business, basically, right? So this is what it is. Now let's say take about vegan, right? People who just like to eat vegan foods. So if you want to be someone who wants to start a vegan food, then you want to specifically target towards those partners or people who are into that particular section or sectors, or kind of a demographic. You want to target all those people, and so you have to know that how many audience and people are there within, so that you guys have to focus only on that specific demographic of that particular partners, or individuals, or a company that you want to collaborate with. So in this way, it'll help you to grow your business, because you are not going to be focusing on something else, but within that kind of a demographic, or within that audience, or you will be able to implement a lot of things. So the third thing is, how much would it cost to me to work with a partner? So this is something that you really have to also understand, is that partnering with somebody is kind of a very easy, but it always comes with a price, right? So you have to come up with the price. Also understand that whether your budget fit into that partnership. All right, is there a way that you can negotiate with that partner to pay upfront or to pay later, right? So this is something that you also want to come up with, because you probably have a good partners to collaborate with, but what if they ask you for a lot of money, then probably that might would not fit in. So you also, before you even approach for your partnership, you might want to check it out whether if you have that budget sufficiently or not. If not, then it is better not to move ahead, but keep it for the later product, part of the later part of the project. That's what I would suggest you to. All right, the number 4 is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of having partners to our mission, purpose, and objective? This is really something that you also want to understand it, because you probably may say, okay, this person is kind of a vegan. He has a vegan audience, but what is the advantage of having this person, and also the disadvantage of it? So when you are doing this research, you guys want to make sure that you have a list of information that should not collide or clash with your own missions and objective. These are actually micro management applications which you really have to understand it. It's applied in the corporate or in every sectors, but as the reason why I'm explaining this to you is because this project is kind of like a micro project. So you have to focus on every small detail, so to make sure that you do not miss out the main important things, right? Just make sure that when you are collaborating with somebody or partnering with somebody, just make sure that you align your mission, your purpose, and your objective based on the advantage and the disadvantage of it. If the proportions is more of a disadvantage, then it is not good to go ahead and partner with those individuals or the business, right? So the 5th one is, how can partner lead us to the next big phase of the business, right? This is a very important question as well at the same time. So you have, the purpose of this partnering is to make sure that you are taking the advantage of these partnerships to grow your business, to expand your business, right? So you have to know that whether this person or this business has that capability to expand your business to the next 2 or 3 or 5x, right? If it's not, if they're going to be helping you just building the audience or not even generating any kind of a revenue for you, then it's better not to even think about it. So look for someone who would be able to expand your business and help you in growth of your business, right? So this is very, very important, because you may get a lot of people who would be interested to collaborate with you, partner with you, but if they do not help you to grow your business, then there's no use of them to partner with it. So you got to be very selfish because at the end you have a missions to focus on, you have an objective and purpose to accomplish it, so you got to be focusing on those, right? So that is the reason why you have to make sure that the partners is able to lead to the next big phase for you in terms of investment, in terms of market expansions, growth, and reaching higher audience, right? These are all the key factors that you have to understand as well. So number 6, how long would it take for us to generate revenue from the partnership and collaborations? All right, so this is one of the time scale that you have to keep in your mind as well. You cannot just be pouring your time and resource and money and all those things, and hopefully it'll come better days on, we do not know, right? So it's better to have a kind of a fixed date and time to make sure that you have the sufficient funds and resource and the time to make sure that you are able to recover whatever the investment that you are putting in. So it is very, very good to have those numbers, because down the line, if you try to invest on a lot of marketing, but then if you're not generating any sales, then you're going to be burning out. So the best way to understand is that how much time do you have to put that money, and within how many time frame that you want to recover those money for your investment, because that's an easy way to predict and not push in the same thing, or else you're gonna be just digging the grave for yourself. Because here's the thing, have to make sure that there are pockets, but there are some pockets that has a hole in it too. So now make sure that you are not putting your money in the pockets that has a hole in it, because you're not gonna be able to save or make any out of it. So the best way is to make sure that you have the timeline and know that how long would it take for us to generate that revenue, at least not necessarily the profit, but at least the capital, and at the same time it also has some sort of impact on expanding the audience and all those market demographic. So the seventh point is, what are the sharings and compensations to work with the partner? So there are some people who probably may ask you for the business who may ask you for the collaborations, or who will be interested to collaborate with you, and also sometimes they will ask you for the upfront payments, some sort of a fees, but as also there will be an ongoing perpetuity. So basically you might want to understand the royalty, the compensations, and the commissions that's going to be including in that part as well. So as I mentioned earlier, it's also based on how you negotiate with those guys, right, or the business. So you have to come up with a clear plan, basically, to understand how much would it cost for us to have this partnership. So the partnership does not only means that you just pay them money and then the job is done. No, there are some time, like for example, if you have to hire for headliners, basically celebrities or huge fan followers influencer, probably they might would tag you with some sorts of royalties or some sorts of commissions in every product that you sell or a service that you perform, right? So all those things is going to be included in this thing. So just make sure that you understand the terms and draft your paperwork in such a manner that it is benefiting you and not hit you in the long run. Right. So number 8, how many customer fan base does partner currently have? This is something that you always want to make sure that what is the purpose that your partner is doing. Say for example, you are going to be picking up the partners based on your missions and objective, right? So at the same time, you also want to know, because what if this partner is not somebody who is doing the particular work for a long period of time. So as you see that, like, there are a lot of influencers who just do for some time, they just review a product, right? But at some certain point of time, they do not do a product review anymore, but they just moved into totally different, like, makeup things, or doing some sorts of adventure stuff. So this kind of influencer business probably may not be helpful for you. So the one which is going to be helpful for you is that if somebody is doing a product review of thousands and thousands, and their profile is all about a product review, then probably that is the person or the business that you want to partner with. At the same time, if somebody is just doing about the adventures, you will just want to go with it. If somebody is doing only a food vlog, that's where you want to go into. But if the person is just switching their things here and there, then it's not something reliable for you to sustain your brand with those partners, or the business or personal, right? So you just something that you have to understand, because what happened is that sometimes the person that who you are trying to collaborate, if they switch here and there most of the time, then their face, their fan followers, and their fan base will just fluctuate at the same time as well. So your target market will always change, and it's not very good way to looked into when you want to have a specific brand aligned to that particular person. And if they end up changing here and there, then you're just getting stuck. Nobody's even paying attention to you, because most of his fan followers following their current trends. Nobody will be recognizing you anymore. So better to have a specific person who is aligned with the one specific motive, which is going to be based on their whatever they do. Ninth one is, what are the partner current social media engagement rate? So this is what I want you to share as well. So you have to understand that what is the engagement rate of the person. So if they want to partner with you, or if you are willing to partner with them, you guys have to understand each other about what is the engagement rate of this person or this business to partner with. Because let's say there are a lot of people who has a lot of Instagram fan followers, but then when you see the engagement rate, it's very, very low. So that's something that you got to be very careful about it, because that's a key learning point that you have to make sure that that person is actively engaging, not just to make the money, but just to entertain, or so just be very, very informative to their audience, fan followers, genuinely, not just to be a fake person or fake business, right? There are a lot of fake business and fake person are there, but then you just want to be careful about it, because if you want to have a long-term business, you are going to be tagging your business with that person, and if they have come up with bad reputations or bad record or whatever their past history, you're going to be aligned with that. So just be careful that who you partner with, and based on their engagement rate, you will know that if they're genuine or not, right? So here's the last point what I want to share with you. Who is the other competitors of your partner who could be an alternate advantage to partner with? So basically it's about, so let's say if you have one partner that you have selected, and let's say you really like it, and that partner qualifies, right? And then before you sign up, I would also want to suggest you to look for the other person. What if this person changed their mind, their thoughts, or their plans, or their schedules, and suddenly if they switch, you got to know that who are their competitor as well, so that you can always have the other competitor to work along with you in case somebody, this person or that business, this business switch from you, right? So you have to make sure that you are having the record of the competitors of this particular business or partners, so in case something happen, you can always jump to the other person for your advantage. You got to know the leverage, right? So this is all something that I want to share with you guys for today's. And as I have mentioned, this is not a micro thing, but macro thing. This is a micro things, little things that you have to understand when you are about to partner or operate your business, right? In terms of launching a new product, new brand, or anything which is related to new stuff in the market, right? Or to your fans and followers or audience. So what I would suggest you to keep in mind is that always think about what is the leverage, right, that you can extract from this collaboration, which will help you to grow your business faster, effective, and in a sufficient way. All right, so this is what we are looking for. All right, guys, if you have questions, please do feel free to share your comments, feedbacks, and suggestions. I'll appreciate all the comments that you have been sharing with me, and please do subscribe to the channel, because we're trying to grow as much as we can to help a small entrepreneur, big entrepreneurs, any entrepreneurs who wants to be an entrepreneur actually, in one day. So anyone who, if you're a friend, if you're somebody who is your lover friends, please do share this content to them. All right, guys, until the next video, you guys have a good day and take it easy.